Clicks and Lacey. Come on, come on. Never back down, never what? Look at that neck. Amazing. Oh, I haven't heard of them. Surprising. Good job. Here we go. Come on, Clicks Lacey. They gotta be the last two to come out. They're waiting to foreshadow. Jacob and Cammy. OG, Cammy and Seti. Oh wait, there we go. There we go. Clicks Lacey. You guys better win the tourney.
Keep your head on a swivel, otherwise you might lose it. As Benno so nicely showcased, but Benno and Reddish, they still got their work cut out for them. They know there's a lot of neighbors that they don't necessarily want to be knocking on the doors of just yet. You're trying to draw as little of attention as possible.
Well, yeah, I did see him kind of get targeted by a few players, drop the low HP. Peterbot's the one that's actually feeding up the elimination. Points go to Luga. Luke goes to Peterbot. And that's where you see a whole lot of importance of Fox. And we literally saw her go down. Now we're seeing what happens when you get rebooted a little too late. And now she is out there.
But look at Nick and Queasy. They're already trying to come into your eye. Peterbot and Aussie, they're just going to clear out their own dead side rotate. Pete, always happy to get involved with a little bit of box-to-box fighting. And if they're not careful, though, high ground might actually take notice of what's going on. Mongrel, barely lucky to still be alive right now. That's a rare miss from Peterbot.
And he's feeling the pressure here because this is a duo competition. But for the rest of this game, Mongrel's going to have to play it out as a solo. And I think Peterbot sees the weakness and getting the green light. But shots come in, they spray the cover. Really forced them to kind of rethink that strategy there for that quick moment. And that's saving Mongrel. He doesn't even know how he just got blessed, but on a high ground. You know him, you love him. It's Queasy, it's Nick at 30, and hopefully this time around they can hold on to their high ground.
The zone pulling over this hillside has just completely set Queasy and Nick in an optimal position, but you always have to be careful because high ground can be a challenge at any given moment. They're trying to control that front side low, and Podesai leaped off, waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
Yeah, you have to look at legendary Slayer 2's
Dang it. That was also the recording. Move quick. You can't come through here. Nope, it's scary down there. Get out of there. You can go if you want. I'm recording.
One banana means one elimination, and he kept that promise right here.
Bro, I know you're not recording me.
I am.
No, you're not.
I'm 30 seconds in. Oh, Reddish hits Vaxity like 80. Big boy, 400-pound Vaxity.
Did she say that?
I don't know. I didn't know she was coming. Oh, 200 from Cold. Takes the thing on Toyota. Cold and Peterbot.
If we were there, that would be better, but
it would be. Nick and Queasy are on height.
there's like 60 people still there.
There's 26 out of 40. This is how it is. You remember this from Bubble. And the end games end quickly.
They still got to deal with these teams on low. Queasy and Nick, they're not letting up either. Alex doing what he can to fend for himself in the backside.
Oh.
And he got Podesai immediately shockwaving towards the front side low. They're waiting. They're hoping that somebody is going to run into one of their pre-edits.
There are 15 teams still alive. Placement points have not touched this lobby just yet. It's all eliminations all the way. As Cold is looking for another one. Savage, weak as can be on the other side. Lachlan's there as well. Shockwave from Sonata, causing a little bit of destruction and confusion. As Cold is simply on the hunt. An opportunity there, but he misses out. But Zemi's going to steal that one away. Peterbot is struggling to get out.
Oh, and Peterbot goes down. Is Ozzy still alive? Oh, Ozzy went down too. Peterbot's team is dead.
They are making sure that nobody can challenge their current position. Plate's creating so much space. Lacey, all that
Crazy,
fun review
yeah.
from last night, but buddy. It's kicking
Oh,
in
Nick
now.
died.
Lazy gonna be dropped down into the heart of the action, and now Click.
Oh, Clicks and Lacey still at great HP.
His former teammate Venom, the 6 out of 12.
Oh, 153 and Queasy goes in the zone.
You should have been doing that.
I know. Well, I'm recording it.
It's an EU competition. He goes for a play, but gets set right back down. He goes bonus side, 4 eliminations. They're in control.
And they absolutely blocked off Breeze's attempt to actually catapult themselves back on the high ground. Clicks, Lacey.
Oh,
they're just
Clicks.
too tangled up.
Lacey goes
It might be
down.
Clicks that manages to finagle his way out of here, but he's gonna shockwave up. He sees bonus
Oh.
side, but he's a target. With bonus side, gets
Clicks does go down.
and then on the other half, the Gentlemates to keep this one alive.
There's one duo left in this game, and it's Cooper and Zemi. Everybody else is solo. Just Queasy trying to go for the heel off. The Chug backside of the
Oh,
zone.
dang,
He
Cooper, I
barely
think,
gets
got it.
off in time, but Cooper and Zemi, they have the chug and they have the time. Queasy drops down from above, but it's only a short stint. He doesn't want to go ahead and stay there for too long. As Nikov goes down, 2v1 situation. If anybody can do it, it has to be Queasy.
Oh. And Cooper and Zemi take the win that round.
Gonna strike first, Victory Royale, and this is the moment they want to keep that momentum building.
They won the last game of the practice games yesterday. They held on to that momentum. They held on to that confidence, and they fired off here in game 1. Let's go and see how they're feeling with Frankie.
All right, guys, congratulations. Gary and Santa, give it up for your Victory Royale winners. Cooper, you knew that he had it in him. He's been practicing for this moment, but did you think straight out the gate you'd be picking up the first Victory Royale?
100%. I mean, we're going to win this whole thing. I was the best teammate here. I'm feeling super confident. iGelling feels good. I'm feeling great.
All eyes were on Queasy and the high ground, but you guys were just staking things out on the low ground. Talk me through that end game.
Yeah, I mean, endgame we looked at high ground, we saw they're very established. Cooper called it to go low ground. I was on him the whole time. He was calling it, and I was just trying to get kills, give him everything he needs, and it worked out.
It really did work out. Do you think you need to change things up now to keep people guessing in the lobby?
No, I mean, we might change things, we might not. I don't know, but all I know is we're gonna win more.
Well, all eyes are going to be on you. Cooper, after game 1, we've got the eye test now. Who do you think is the biggest competition here?
I mean, I don't got any competition here, honestly. I think we're miles ahead of everyone. We just stay consistent, stay confident. No one's beating me here.
Here today, the
Clicks and Lacey!
a Victory Royale in game 2, and Frankie, even more to say. If there's anything we learned from that last game, it's that America's sweetheart never plays it safe. Clicks, the two of you take the high ground. Lacey goes down. What's your reaction?
I might have shot with Lacey in the zone, and I knew that was a big sell, but it doesn't matter because I won it, so it's all good.
Is that why he sent you into the zone? Because he wanted to do it as a solo?
He
Lacey?
sent me to the zone, but I trusted him the whole way. I never had a doubt he was winning that.
And while he is winning it, are you talking to him or are you like, I've got to stay silent, let him do his thing?
I was just giving him simple comms, mats, refreshes, pop his slurp before he goes out and fights, and letting him play.
And you are loving those shockwaves because we saw that Seti got shockwaved into the zone in those final moments. In a way, it kind of won you the game. Is this your favourite item right now in Reload?
Honestly, my favorite item is a spaz. They need to bring the spaz back.
Well, I know that a lot of people from Epic Games are watching, so they might take on your suggestion. But how satisfying was that solo moment? How did you keep track of everything from the high ground?
Honestly, I just kept on building up and up where shockwaves can't get to that height limit, so you basically have no threat. You just keep on playing your game and spraying.
Now, there's an interesting situation that happened at the start of that game, which was that Peterbot and Aussie Antics, they dropped on our leaders from the first game, Cooper and Zemi. Are you worried they're going to be coming all the way?
The thing is, me and Peter got a good alliance going on, so honestly, keep on dropping on Cooper and Zemi.
Excuse me, we want a fair fight. Well, hopefully we're going to have one. Before we head to the break, though, please, Gale and Santa, show your appreciation for Clicks and Lacey. We'll be right back.
that are going to be in this competition, which is why, of course, when he was like, listen, those purple pumps, please bring them.
It's game 3. It's ready to ride.
This is it, like this.
Fortnite fam, welcome back to the FNCS Prom. We are truly sorry for that. It seems there was a power outage. All of USC went down. It was crazy. Heat wave. Who knew? But it's okay. We're not going to let that kill our vibes, right? There was heat outside, but there's heat in these very walls right now because the first 3 games were unbelievable. Now, obviously, we didn't finish out game 4. We're just going to go ahead and scratch that one out.
Need to be flashy. For Seti and Daya, they found a lot of success with consistency by just playing to their team's strengths. Both of these players are competent. They've got a decent amount of LAN experience and just in-game competitive knowledge, and they're letting it be put on full display here currently. Savage and Lachlan, they've been working a little bit chopped since that early start, but Shota just cannot escape Peterbot's vision. Peterbot just entirely too high up. The advantages are so steep, and that's going to be Shota knocked one more time by Peterbot. Ozzy knows his responsibility. Let me just keep the material count high.
Yeah, they're on the high ground right now with that resource mix.
Wait, Clicks and Lacey.
Getting a little bit nervous, seeing that elimination feed constantly light up with Peterbot's name and Clicks. He's got a whole slew of problems right in front of him. Cooper and Zemi nearly taking him out. Lacey still a little bit left behind. Can he reunite? Flashpad gonna catapult him straight to the front side. He's building, he's boxing, but that's his last splash. Now he has to wait for Clicks to play catch up.
At least they reunited into the same box. Clicks now taking charge. We can give it up some of the heals on over to Lazy. They might have Shockwave out his own 1 game, but they won't want to make that mistake again, especially with the leaderboard this close. And Reason getting a pair of eliminations. Stable Ronaldo now left by himself with Panana getting taken down. And he's somebody, we talked about his experience. He has a ton of it. But how much is it?
It's gotta be enough, Jacob. If anything, Ron's familiar with pressure, so he'll try to let that experience carry over into this type of solo clutch, but clutching is going to be so problematic. Everybody just getting so congested outside of Slurpee, and with Peterbot and Ozzy fully controlling the flow of this lobby, we saw Baxity for a moment, but it was only just a shockwave, a crash pad. Everybody trying to just stay one step ahead of the pack.
It's going to be extremely difficult for anybody to look up and try to contest it because of that mythic Pulse rifle. Just constant pressure coming down from Peterbot and Ozzy. Everybody can feel it. Even Peterbot just going down low, making sure to reconnect. The FNCS strategies are coming out in full force. That's how serious Peterbot's taking the second half.
And look at Ozzy from behind playing that supportive measure too. Peterbot, he's got open season on the rest of this lobby. All of these mid-tier, low-rank layers just getting smothered on top of each other. Peterbot and Ozzy have a full chokehold on this lobby right now. But typical gamer, Buddha, they're
TG Buddha.
make their debut. They're targeting their way through that
Ozzy and
secondary
Peterbot on the
line.
height. Oh
He's gonna be
my.
forced to actually pull back. Took a little bit too much damage. He's gonna have to wait for the heals to pan out. But now, Queasy still
stack on him.
alive as a solo.
Have not even sent in just yet. 11 teams still alive. Relatively loose with a couple of players playing as solo. Buddha being one of them. Lands a good shot on the Courage, but not enough to get that green light to go. Cooper, Sammy to clean up Lacey, leaving Clicks by himself. And this is where players are falling left, right, and center. Clicks might be one of them because he's feeling the pressure.
And Clicks, he only has 2 builds left. Make that a one build and a dream. Doesn't even get a chance to heal. He's gonna be taken out before he can continue trying to build up those placements. Zemi, Cooper though, one of our few healthy teams on the low ground. But can they escape Peterbot's vision? That's been the real deciding factor for so many of these teams. Courage also scrambling right next to him. Cole taking out Reason though. Very big troubles, very huge scenes though, as Courage finds his own elimination onto Jacob.
He just wiped the full duo out of the lobby. No siphon though, so 30 HP. The necessary time for that Chug Sugar Pop is now. Peterbot slowly but surely dropped him down. They realize this one is all but over in their favor. 2 Shockwave, half a Chug Jug as well. More of them being passed up, and now they're contested. Flakesing on, they're going up. But Peterbot's going out. He got the last grappler. He makes his way back to the zone. This is why he is king.
But Peterbot, he's got to get his way back towards where the zone is actually in. He doesn't want to find himself outside of it. Still has a shockwave. He takes out Gone. That's going to be the massive refresh. All of these builds, shockwaving up. One more tick could do it, but Peterbot barely managing to stay alive. He's on the high ground, and Ozzy's still right behind him. Ozzy's going to play Disruptor on low.
You don't know who he is until you realize that is Fragger Ozzy on the low ground, causing chaos. Peterbot's chopping down Cooper, sending him all the way down low to that low ground. And now that's his chance to put down pressure. Only 3 teams remain, and only one of them is a strong duo because Courage has just gone down. Cooper has no choice but to try to make him play. Everybody left alive. He's going to be solos. Cooper versus Gold in the backside of the zone as he takes down Courage.
But Gold, he's right there in the mind of Peterbot. Cooper trying to do what he can. Peterbot doesn't have a whole lot of HP to work with. He'll at least have the opportunity, though, from the high ground to play off these muscle motions. Cooper goes up.
Peterbot and Ozzy Antics. I knew it.
Both of these guys are playing in synchronization.
I had a feeling that was going to be the double
When it
them.
matters most. Ozzy dropping the low ground. Peterbot doing everything else. They waited till the second half, but they shown up and shown up. This is their second to last chance to figure out a way to make up for lost time when it comes to that leaderboard. They know danger. They're moving around any one of these corners, and as soon as they drop down, they start to feel that feeling of safety, but it doesn't slow down. They're the focus of the lobby as of now.
They're barely getting just the smallest opportunities to try and restore some of that shield. But Clicks, Lacey, they're just going to shockwave out. They're going to take their odds, just catapulting themselves further. But the lobby is not letting up. Clicks so incredibly low. Lacey cracked as well. Queasy on the other end of things. But Blake, he sees the white ticks. He wants to keep barreling them with pressure. And Clicks, Lacey, they are just at their wits' end. They're practically out of material. If anybody else even spots out the fact that they're under so much heavy fire, they might just look to steal this one away from the rest of the lobby.
I gotta admit, it was Reason and Faxity. They have that exotic red eye, which means there's explosive damage, destroying a lot of those builds, which kind of started that lobby focus in general. Bad luck for Clicks and Lacey, because now they just have very, very few materials. Reboots disabled. They're going to need an important elimination if they're looking to get back into this game. Kanata, Stable, Ronaldo looking through these cones, trying to figure out when and where they have to rotate. They spawn out Faxity and Reason. They don't even know the treasure trove they behold right above them.
That's a good hold though by Faxity, not allowing those floors to get fully chopped out. Nada and Ron, they're going to have to default to a different strategy, and that might just be crash padding forward, trying to make sure they stay closer towards that front side. So many of our teams.
Peterbot already made his way on out, and now he's going to be by himself because they go ahead and take down Ozzy and get the loot they desperately need to stay alive.
But it's just not enough material. Lacey still has 0 builds to work with, and there are shots coming in from every direction. They're just playing a little bit too close towards that backside of zone. Teams know that this is an injured duo. Be the only one left standing out at that duo, and Thomas with that mammoth pistol trying to see if he can take somebody else's head off.
This is where you really have to be careful and thoughtful of your shockwaves and your crash pads, because someone just like this is going to deal so much damage just like that. Queasy just gets deleted out of the sky, and their chances for high ground go out the window because it looks like it's Thomas HD and Somerset's turn to claim it as their own.
Thomas all too happy to take over. And where things went south for
Aim is
Jacob.
crazy for
From
Thomas.
the sky, no rotation is safe when you've got somebody like Thomas on high ground with that mammoth. But look at Faxity and Reason. Reason said he's feeling lucky, but he's going to need more than luck to make his way up this hill face. Thomas Somerset already feels the punch. Peterbot, no Ozzy, but Peterbot, he's been here before, Jacob, and the last time we saw him, he managed to make it work.
Only 2 shockwaves though. All that's left, that's his primary rotation, make it from point A to point B. And you guys have the pump and the gold mammoth. One pump around any corner just like that. Nick at 30 is going to go down. Another point for that elimination, but this is now top 10. Now every team that goes down, you get placements.
But Sandy, Daya, they were just sneaking their way up the hill face. Somerset, Thomas too distracted. They're dealing with Peterbot right in front of them, but Somerset crash padding up. Typical Gamer nearly getting taken out. Typical Gamer actually going to force Somerset to drop low. No, she's gonna try to go back up to her height. But Booga, he's already got control. Booga, a typical gamer, now fully taking over the high ground. And they gotta deal with Pete in the middle of it.
He's ready to challenge solo, teammate. He's somebody that's willing to go and risk it all for what he wants. But Booga, TG
and Booga.
It's typical gamer taking the charge, leading the IGL, the tarping. But in comes Peterbot yet again, taking down the shields of Booga. But he is limited with his resources, only 3 builds, so he can't break down into an all-out fight.
All the while, Seti Daya in the low ground. This could be the optimal position because the heavy work is being done for them. The lobby is thinning itself out. Kanata might even be able to find another knock. No, he needs the refresh more than ever. Potisai spotted out. The wood box not going to keep him safe for much longer, but Kanata forced to close off the wall. Scouts that it's Cooper and Zemi in the low ground, cutting him off, stealing that loot away from him.
Cooper and Zemi finally getting eliminations. They're playing towards that consistency. We know throughout the course of this game, Peterbot and Ozzy have taken away that first place, but there's still 6 teams that need to go down, which is 6 placement points. And he has that mythic charge shotgun, 1 pump potential for him. Peterbot, he's got a little bit of arsenal, but I don't think it's going to be enough. 1v1 versus Kanata. No siphon, no matters. Both of them go down.
Peterbot making sure that Kanata
TG and Booga could win this.
Still on height with Booga, but Daya, Seti, they're still up and kicking. Reason, Faxity to the high ground. Reason, Faxity seem like they want to be the ones to take over height. The challenge is a success. They're now on top. Typical gamers stuck in the mid-ground. Everybody getting trapped inside the castle here at Fort Crumpet. And typical gamer will fall.
There might have been over 4 million different timelines looking through, but this might be the one where Faxity, a late entrant into the competition, could come out, but he's having a couple of hiccups from up, down, left, right. His HP's out the window, but Cooper staggering himself back. His only chance was left of the Chug Jug. He has to figure out a way in because he's the only solo left versus Seti and Daya. Faxity and Reason, the 2 strong duos, but they run into Cooper. Then he goes down. Reason is the one that's firing down from above. Hail and brimstone with that red eye.
My God! Faxity and Reason! They just need to close it! Reason!
400-pound Faxity takes the win!
Victory Royale!
Guys, okay. Game 5 until now. Game 6 is only in around 40 minutes. We're just going a quick interview on the Pro-Am here. I'm not actually at the Pro-Am, so I'm just watching it at my theater. But I've just been taking shots, doing a good time. The Pro-Am has been absolutely great. Bunky, what are you thinking on the Pro-Am here?
Yeah, but like it was really good, but one part, we had a major crash. All the servers fell down.
Yeah, so there was a giant heat wave that hit LA, and it kind of wiped out the entire power.
Yeah, it wasn't that great because we ran back all the way up to the house and we had to go back all the way down here.
Yeah, but we're ready. Straight into Game 6.
To win it all. And I almost think anything other than exotic loot, Daya might win that 1v2.
Oh, I don't want to say easily because it's still Reason, right? He's still the pro player at the end of the day. But Game 6, everything on the line here. Let's see who brings it home. They just kind of creeped up a little bit onto this hill face that's just a little bit below where Benno and Reddish are at. A lot of shots being fired, and Peterbot knows everybody's so distracted behind them. They can just look a completely different direction. And Zemi with no Cooper, this could be absolutely disastrous here, Jacob.
I think Zemi knows what he's doing, though. He knows exactly what he's doing. He stopped rotating, boxed up immediately, knowing that they have to reach zone. So why not use this time to let Cooper reload back into this game, get as much loot as possible, because you can't really go loot for it, and maybe drop what he has. But you see how Cooper went down into the first place, the crash pads. A lot of these players talk about have those audio visuals, but guess what? With the crash pads, you see nothing.
Just menacing by Kanata. Pretty much Goomba stomping.
Oh yeah, Clicks. Clicks lazy, better take this home, but I think Peterbot's gonna win the entire tourney.
For Zemi and Cooper to try and tackle.
So excited to be like, you're SNCS Pro-Am champions.
It's just going to be very detrimental for so many teams caught behind them too, because players are going to try to seek out that elevation point that puts Alacia on, and they just have the ultimate cutoff.
Queasy and Nick, they're the ones that are on the high ground. 4 now, 6 zone, relatively early, especially since we're going to rotate around the map here in a couple of seconds. And man, that is a
All the fight too, just launching
Yeah.
themselves to the next front side of zone, and that's going to force Peterbot to drop yet another layer.
And you see they didn't even tarp on over, not trying to have too many weak points for them, only build out when they have to. And Jacob gets eliminated down below. Top 12 situation here. Placement points don't come in until 2 more teams do go down, but they're still holding on to it with every fiber up their feet. They get 30 and Queasy.
Yeah.
This might be the time that they have high ground and close it out.
Nick at 30, never back down, never
Imagine
won.
making it in off a sliver of HP, but Nick, Peterbot now continuing to just try and see if he can create any form of space for himself. He spotted out Thomas, but not sure that he's completely sold on actually taking this fight up close just yet. Peterbot gets a tag, but it's not a big enough one. He's going to use that grappler instead to move on forward, but he's got to be real careful. There are so many players starting to build a congestion on his layer.
And if Peterbot were to fall here, he has a little bit of a cushion that Sammy, Cooper, Sadie Die will have to overcome. And even
If Peterbot goes down here, then he could lose the entire tourney. I want Peter to win. Come on, Peter.
7 overall, and they're trying to continue to increase that lead. And you're seeing our top 3. Seti is down by himself. He's feeling that same pressure that Peterbot is.
But wait a second, Zebby, Cooper, they might have just been reintroduced to this winning conversation. Seti getting sent so far
Peter.
outside of the storm. He's going to have to use his chuck up way too early.
Oh, is he
Valuable
alive?
seconds being ticked off here now. Trying to creep back up, trying to shockwave back to the zone. He does manage to make it, but only 20 left on that chuck up. Cooper loses Zebby though. Cooper's got to do this all by himself.
Luckily for Cooper, though, he does have med kits, the legendary slurp juice, different options here.
Peterbot made
Everybody
it
in
to
our
zone.
top 3 are now officially solo players trying to hunt here, basically trying to outmatch each other. Now placement points are starting to come in. Top 9, top 8 has another one's going to fall. That's Somerset that gets taken down. Kanata is now out of this game. The players are now getting closer and closer here toward the end.
Trying to hold
Oh my,
strong
endgame
in their
situation.
position, but there's still other players to deal with. Cooper also doing the same.
Oh, and Peter goes down. Wait, there's still a chance that Peter can win.
Opportunity of a lifetime here.
If Cooper goes down, Peter
He needs
wins.
placement. He needs eliminations. It's his chance to put up some big numbers here in the final game of the day. But he finds himself in a 1v1, v2 situation.
Oh my,
here
we're
for
about to find out the winner of the
final
Pro-Am.
game. And the duo,
So
he
close.
finds Podesai and Nikov going against Gone. That's the solo player who shockwaves towards the top, tries to fire a shot as he drops down.
Oh, you got
Cooper
it.
just lets them handle things.
He's
He said
still on
3
height?
punches, I don't
No,
mind.
next dead.
Cooper, he might be looking to even try and send somebody back into the storm. He's got 5 shockwaves. He can buy himself a little bit
Peterbot
time to
still has a
straight
chance
up.
of
He's
winning,
gonna
just so you
go
know,
up,
Bunky.
But it's not going to connect. Podesai gonna get chopped down because he's
Oh,
going to
Cooper.
save himself.
Yes, if he kills Cooper, Peter wins.
He's just stuck between
Cooper died,
all
Cooper
the
died,
threats here.
Cooper died.
Podesai.
Cooper goes down. Oh my. Your FNCS Pro-Am champions, Peterbot and Aussie Antics. Aussie Antics. Your FNCS Pro-Am champions, Aussie Antics and Peterbot taking home the 500 grand.
Peterbot, reigning defending global champion.
Peter and Aussie take the win. Lift that trophy, Peter.
Fortnite. They went ahead and
Pick that
dominated
thing
with
up.
multiple eliminations. They got the victory royale.
Pro-Am trophy.
Your FNCS Pro-Am champions, Ozzy and Peterbot.
FNCS Pro-Am champions Peterbot and Aussie. Like and subscribe. Oh my, look at chat. W. Congratulations, Peterbot and Aussie.
Because it took them until later in the competition to really take it by force. But once you had that victory royale under your belt, Peterbot, it was inevitable that you would be stood with me and this trophy.
This 6 hours of sitting in here was so worth it.
It means everything because now I'm back-to-back landwear, so.
You are, and potentially you could be back to back later on, but that is something we need to discuss another time. Because right now, Aussie antics, you must be so proud of yourself and Peter.
I'm pretty proud. I mean, he's the GOAT. Everyone knows this is his win, but I did my best to try to make sure I didn't hold him down and I didn't stop the run.
And what's interesting is normally you are watch partying this man do his thing, and now the world is watching you win. What's that like?
I mean, to be fair, in the last 2 games, you were watching me watch him again, so it felt kind of normal. He was solo clutching like crazy, but it feels amazing, genuinely. This is super fun. This was such a good event.
And what is going through your mind when that need to win really takes hold?
I don't even know. It just means everything.
Does it come naturally? Do you enter a flow state?
Yeah, I mean, like, after the win, I knew we were going to win the tournament because, like, the momentum from that game.
Ego.
And you've got so much insight now for when you're watch partying at NA Major. Give us some insight now.
Like and subscribe. Use code IMakinPlays in the item shop. Your FNCS Pro-Am champions. You heard it here. Peterbot, and it's dark in here. Peterbot and Aussie Antics, though. Subscribe.